Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Heal Lift Rise. My name is Carla. Thank you all so very much for joining me here. I truly appreciate every single one of you, all of your love, your support, and kindness to my channel. Today, I have this really beautiful message that kind of came through yesterday. So I have been having this experience the last couple months where I will receive like a download, like a channeled message that kind of comes through out of nowhere, and I usually will like grab my phone, type it up, write it down in my notebook, whatever. And then at some point I do a video and I share this channeled message with you, right? But what I've been noticing is that this channeled message that comes through, it's also something that I end up like experiencing or going through at some point. So yesterday, when I received this message, this channel message, I really felt that afterwards, like in that moment, I started to experience like all this like emotions coming up. Like I felt like really like intense, heavy emotions. And it was just kind of a little overwhelming, but I allowed myself to just, process it, to be with it, and allow myself to feel it. But the reason I'm sharing this is because this message is going to reach those who are going through a really deep healing. And healing happens, of course, to so many different degrees. There's various levels of it, but I feel like even when we believe we're not healing, we actually are. Even when we might even think that nothing's happening to us, the truth is healing can happen even when we're just in stillness and when we're just breathing and being. So this is the channel message that came through yesterday. You're moving through these waves, these layers of ocean waters. Maybe you've carried lifetimes of pain. So you're healing and releasing these dense layers from your energy body. You are alchemizing the energy. And then the letter C, I started seeing the letter C in my mind's eye when this message was coming through. So the letter C might be significant for somebody, but that's what I was seeing. You're touching areas of pain that you haven't touched before. You're bringing awareness to these various areas of pain. And as you shine light on these areas, these corners of your inner world, they begin to dissolve and healing takes place. The energy of love begins to fill up that space. So be compassionate with yourselves, be gentle, be tender. You are healing on such a deep, profound level. Soon you will see the results of your healing. You'll notice the transformation you've gone through. You will feel different inside, and your whole outer world will feel and look different. You will know, so trust what you know. It was a really beautiful message. I really definitely feel like for those of us connecting with this message, there is deep healing that is occurring. Even like I said before, when we're not even aware of it, it is happening. Of course, for me, my personal experience, I was allowing myself to feel whatever was coming up, whatever I was feeling. I just allowed myself to feel it, not clinging to it, not identifying with it, just observing it, allowing it to move through, and being compassionate with myself through it. So I definitely allowed myself to like rest a lot yesterday, because after I started feeling, I just knew that this, again, the channeled message is something I'm experiencing too. But I know that if I'm experiencing this, I know for a fact there's somebody, handful of us out there in the collective that are feeling this as well. And So I just want you to be very, very gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to feel whatever's coming up. Understand that there is deep healing going on and that it does take time to kind of process and integrate. And when we go through changes, our energetic body is the first to like do its thing where it starts moving stuff around energy wise, and then our body is the last to like catch up to all of the changes. So you will even feel it in your body. Your body will have sometimes like physical reactions, and you can also even feel like sometimes you feel like you've lost weight even if you're not doing a whole lot, because the energy has shifted within you, and you might have released a whole bunch of stored up energy. So understand that, this too is a process that takes its beautiful, patient, natural rhythm and it moves with this pace of nature and how everything just is as and where it is. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I felt like it's very significant. And then also I wanted to share, like, lastly, a couple divine spiritual synchronicities, signs, whatever you want to call them. So 2 days ago, I was messaging somebody and they had sent me this like heart emoji with like the hands. And it was weird because when I was driving to go pick up my daughter from school, I actually saw that emoji in the shape of a cloud in the sky. It was so bizarre. I tried taking a picture of it, but I know I was also trying to be safe at the same time, not trying to like take pictures while I'm driving, but it was really significant. It was kind of mind-blowing. You might be experiencing stuff like that as well, where you're like seeing things in the clouds. I like to cloud gaze, but seeing things in the clouds, out in nature. Birds can be very significant as well. Birds just might like follow you, or they might be really close to you, or just like cross right in front of you, fly right in front of you, right behind you. Like, it just could be very, very significant. Also, another weird, funny thing, well, not really weird, but, sorry, my mom texted me. I had this dream, like towards the end of the dream, where I was talking to one of my old best friends from high school, and she was talking about how like we can tell when guys are like what they're feeling, what they're thinking, just by looking at their face, right? And so I was like, yeah, like you can. And she was talking about it being like telepathic, like telepathic. You can just receive that information by looking at somebody, right? And so of course I agreed with her, because actually in real life, like I have experienced telepathic communication. It's also a form of when you channel, it's like telepathy. And sorry, my mom's texting me. And so I just thought that was interesting, and I was like, yeah. And I woke up from the dream and I was like, yeah, like that's interesting. Like I definitely believe in that. I've experienced telepathy. And then out of nowhere, I hear, like, my room's pitch black and there's nobody else in the room. It's just me. And I hear in my right ear, I hear, "Good morning, babe." Like I literally hear that. And it wasn't telepathy. For those of you that are new to that don't understand what telepathy is, it's like it's thoughts that come to you that are not yours, okay? And you can register it. Like you know what is being said, the energy, what you can read it, what's being said. It's not something you actually hear. It's not a sound. It's just something that comes through, and you're able to like transcribe it. So this was actually sound. I actually heard this, like these words, "Good morning, babe." And I just laughed because I was like looking around the room, there's nobody around me. And I'm like, who in spirit is saying good morning, babe to me? And then I thought, like, is somebody saying it like out into the world? Like, is somebody like saying it and then it like I receive it? Like, I don't know. It was so wild. So wild. But I wanted to share that with you because you might be experiencing that as well. You might be experiencing these like divine sort of like synchronistic signs and messages, experiences. I definitely feel like at this time, a lot of your psychic abilities like are gonna ramp up. And I know you know that this is happening. Otherwise, you wouldn't have found my channel. We wouldn't vibe if you didn't, you know? So just like pay attention to what you're receiving, what you're experiencing. And yeah, like very, very significant, very significant. And I feel like the signs are definitely going to be very important. Definitely going to be something significant with your path forward. So definitely pay attention to those. I also had a vision yesterday. So I can scry. And when I was in the shower, I like see images on the glass window all the time, okay? And I saw this person, and it's like there was a box around him. And then there was like these swords. And so it kind of reminded me of like the 5 of Swords in the tarot. And I was looking at this person and this guy, and I am aware of who this person is. And he was just like so in his head about something. And so I thought to myself, well, is that also why I had a really crazy headache yesterday? I started to wonder, I was like, am I feeling this person's energy? But anyways, I felt like this message really needed to come out here. Anyways, I needed to share it. Like if you find yourself in your head about something, reflect on the feeling of why you're feeling that way. And there's no making sense of certain things. Like, so one thing I've learned on my journey is sometimes you can't make sense of certain experiences and certain feelings. Like it just doesn't make logical sense. And I believe that when you're really aligned and tuned in, a lot of things are gonna blow your mind, meaning it's not gonna make sense to your mind, but it's gonna like shock your mind because it's so amazing, so incredible. But your soul recognizes it, your soul understands it, and you can't, no matter what you do, you can't like stay in your head about it. You can't try to dissect it. You can't try to think you can master understanding what is happening and like why you've had certain feelings or why certain people, certain connections or something, you know, are like relevant and entering your life, and like why it feels out of this world. Like you can't, there's no reasoning it. I don't know. I just kind of got that feeling from looking at this person in this box, kind of just staring up and just like really, I could tell this person was really in their head. So try to get out of your head and really be in your heart, because when you're centered, when you move down into your heart, you can actually receive more clarity. You can receive more clarity and a more aligned answer, vice when you're just in your head, because your head's not going to make sense. Your mind's not going to make sense of what you're feeling. So it's really important to like start here in your heart and to tune in, feel into your heart. And a lot of people might not understand when I talk about this, but when I say feel into your heart, I mean actually like close your eyes and imagine energy like coming up into your heart and then coming out, and it's like a green ball of energy like swirling around and like coming out of your heart, and like actually feel into it. And you will feel something. You will feel like this. Sometimes it's like really cool energy, and sometimes it's like really warm and like fuzzy, but you will feel energy. You will feel your heart space. That's your heart. That's your heart energy. So allow yourself to feel into it, because your heart can respond. Your heart will guide you and allow you to feel what you need to feel with whatever you're asking. But I felt like sharing that because that kind of stuck out to me. That image of that person really stuck in their head. And yeah, don't be stuck in your head. Come to center, come into your heart space. Release worries, release fears, release doubts. Trust in what you feel and what you know, you're knowing inside of you that you can't explain. Because it doesn't help you to worry. It doesn't help you to stay stuck in your head. It actually just causes more stress and more doubt and more fear and all that. So come to your heart, come to your heart space, and trust your heart. But that's the message. Those are the messages for today. I hope in some way that this video helped you, uplifted you, and gave you something that landed in your heart. Until next time, take very good care, my friends. I love you all so very much. Bye.